morning, everyone. Hope you like the video.
Very good morning to all of you as well as our esteemed speakers today. Mr. Ichiro Oi, President of NPO, Maharishi Ayurveda Spread Association, Tokyo. Dr. Vinod Kumar T.G. Nair, Senior Scientist, Ethnomedicine and Ethnopharmacology Division, Jawaharlal Nehru Tropical Botanical Garden and Research Institute, Kerala. Ms. Kauri Santoshima, yoga instructor, author, wellness educator, founder and director of Santosha Limited. Dr. Subin Vaidya Madam, professor in Panchkarma, VPSB College, Kottakkal, India. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure for the embassy to host this event today, focusing on a specific Ayurvedic practice, which despite being centuries old, is very relevant in today's modern lifestyle and stressful lives that we are all living. Originating over 5,000 years ago in India, Ayurveda, as you all know, is one of the world's oldest holistic healing systems. It focuses on balancing not only the body, but also the mind, spirit, and to promote overall wellness. Today, we would be hearing from some very eminent speakers about the ancient science of Ayurveda and its powerful detoxification therapy called Panchkarma. One of Ayurveda's most effective treatments methods in Panchakarma, it literally means 5 actions. These 5 therapeutic procedures help cleanse the body of toxins and restores the balances in the doshas called the Vata, Pitta and Kapha. You will shortly be hearing from our speakers in detail about the benefits of Panchakarma, which of course include the detoxification of the body, but also improved digestion, metabolism, boosts our immune system, helps with mental clarity, emotional balance, etc. India, as you may know, that it is home to some of the best Panchakarma and Ayurvedic centers in the world. To name a few, the Kottakkal Arya Vaidyasala, Kerala, is one of the most respected names in the traditional Ayurvedic healing. Somathiram Ayurveda Village in Kerala, Yog Peeths in North India, etc. are all centers for Panchakarma treatments. Today, we also have a speaker amongst us who will share their own experience on Panchakarma. As we have a lineup of esteemed practitioners and experts of the field, without any further ado, let's hear from them. I hope you benefit from this session today and go back immensely satisfied. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the inaugural remarks. May I now invite Mr. Ichiro Oi, President of NPO, Maharishi Ayurveda Spread Association, Tokyo, to give the presentation.
まずはじめにですね、本日のセミナーを主催されましたインド大使館の皆様にですね、この場をお借りいたしまして、心より感謝を申し上げたいと思います。このような貴重な機会をいただきまして大変光栄に存じます。インド大使館がですね、継続的にこのようなAYUSHセミナー、開催していただいて、日本の皆様にですね、インドの豊かな伝統医療、ご紹介されていることに心から敬意を表したいと思います。ご紹介に預かりました、大江一郎と申します。NPO 法人マハリシアイルベーダ普及協会で、理事長をさせていただく傍ら、自由が丘の方でですね、マハリシアイルベーダスパ東京というトリートメント施設を、運営させていただいております。はい、そしてですね、マハリシ総合教育研究所では、会員情報誌月刊ユートピアの編集長もさせていただいております。あと、アイルベーダーの、料理研究家としてですね、もう含めて、アイルベーダーに携わってもう30年ぐらいになりますけれども、本日はですね、短い時間ではございますが、アイルベーダの身体浄化法、パンチャカルマの概要と構成、日本での研究例、そしてケララ州、シュリダリアムでもパンチャカルマツアーについてお話しさせていただきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。先ほどからですね、マハリシという言葉を使っておりますけれども、マハリシアイルベーダと申しますのは、インドも長い歴史がありまして、その長い間にですね、この知識の一部が散逸したり、あるいはさまざまな解釈が加われたためにですね、知識の全体性が失われたというような状況がございまして、1990年代にインドの、有名な、指導的な立場の医師である、ディベディ博士、プリグナ博士、あとはバルラジ博士とかですね、など、マハリシ、兵主ヨーギという方がお声掛けをして、そういった方たちが集まってですね、散逸していたアイルベーダの知識を、集大成、再編されたものがこのマハリシアイルベーダということになります。この時にですね、欧米の医師も参加してですね、現代医学からの科学的な検討も加えられております。現在はですね、AYUSH賞の指導に基づいて世界に展開させていただいております。中心的な役割を果たしたこのマハリシ・マヘーシュヨーギー先生の名前を冠してマハリシ・アイルベーダというふうに呼んでおります。はい、インド政府AYUSH賞のですね、2019年のカレンダーで、近現代の12人の聖者のうちの2人としてですね、このマハリシ・マヘーシュヨーギー先生とトリグナ博士が紹介されております。で、今日のお話の主題であります、パンチャカルマとは何かということになるわけですけれども、アイルベーダにご興味おありの方であれば、パンチャカルマという言葉も聞かれた方もいらっしゃると思うんですけれども、パンチャというのは、5つの、カルマというのは行為というふうに訳されますが、5つの、浄化法というふうにご理解いただければよろしいかと思います。これ目的としてはですね、過剰なバータピッタカパ、動作というふうに呼びますけれども、これを排泄させることによって、健康を維持増進し、病気を予防、そして老化を防いで若返りを促進させると、いうことを目的に行っております。で、このパンチャカルマの構成なんですけれども、パンチャカルマと、一口に言うと、5つの浄化法なんですけれども、これをいきなり行うわけではなくて、まずこの3つの段階というのがあるわけです。それをちょっとお話ししていきたいと思います。まず第1段階目としては、プルバカルマ、プレトリートメントですね。体を浄化するための前処置ということになります。そしてプラダナカルマ、これがメイントリートメントということになりますけれども、これが5つの浄化法になります。これちょっと、はい、こっちですね。はい。で、パスチャットカルマというのはポストトリートメント、浄化法の後の再建ということになります。これをね、それぞれちょっと詳しくお話しさせていただきたいと思いますけれども、はい。 まずプルバーカルマですね、プレトリートメントということになりますけれども、主にこの3つの処置が入ってきます。パーチャナ、ネハナ、スエダナですね。それぞれこれパーチャナというのは要は体の中の未消化物であるアーマこれを浄化させていく。そして、アグニ、これは消化力ですね。これをこれを、整えていくということになります。スネハナというのはオイルを塗布することになりますけれども、トリートメントとしてアビアンガという言葉もね、聞かれた方も、ことがある方もいらっしゃると思うんですけれども、アビアンガなどを行っていくわけですが、体の外側だけではなくて、例えばギーなどのオイルを飲むという、処置もあります。ツネハパーナというものですけれども、こういったものを行っていきます。そしてスウェーダナ。これは温熱療法と書いてありますけれども、汗をかかすわけですね。発汗療法とも言えますけれども、スウェーダナとかピチチリというトリートメントがそれにあたります。はい、こちらは白ダーラですね。白ダーラの写真になりますけれども、多分日本で一番有名なトリートメント、アイルベーダのトリートメントではないかと思うんですけれども、実はですね、この白ダーラは、いわゆるスネハナではなくて、準メイントリートメント、とても強力な脳に需要を与えてバランスをとっていくトリートメントになります。実際のスネハナに当たるのがこちらのアビアンガというものになりますね。アビアンガ全身にオイルを塗布していくわけです。このオイルを塗布したオイルが大体20分ぐらいでですね、骨髄まで浸透していって、その過程で先ほど言ったアーマーを溶かして消化管に集めていく。こういった全処置が行われていくわけです。で、これがスエダナですね。スチームボックスに入っていただいて体を温めていくというものになりますけれども、これによってですね、体の中の管、シュロータスというものを開いていって、さらにこの集めやすくしていくというのがこの、スウェーダナという処置になっていきます。で、パンチャカルマの工程の続きですけれども、ここからいよいよメインのトリートメントを行っていくわけですが、5つの浄化法、それぞれ、ババナ、ビレチャナ、アヌバサナバスティ、ニルハバスティ、ナスヤと呼ばれるものを行っていきます。マハリシアイルベーダではこういうカテゴリー、こういう項目になっていますけれども、バスティを一つにまとめて、ラッタモークシャとかですね、そういったものを入れて、5つという場合もあります。マハリシアイルベーダでは、この5つになっていきます。はい。このそして、体を浄化していって終わりではなくて、ここからが、いわゆる本当の、本番、一番重要な形になっていくわけなんですけれども、浄化後の再建、パッシャットカルマということになります。これはですね、まず食事、パンチャカルマ中はかなり食事の制限もあって、体の方の代謝も落ちていって消化力も弱くなっているわけですが、その状態でいきなり普通食を食べてしまうと、やっぱり消化に負担がかかって、先ほど言った未消化物というのを逆にたくさん作ってしまうということになりますので、だんだん、ペアディサンザルジャナカルマ、ウクラマというのは、おかゆのから、だんだん普通食に戻していくと、そういう工程を行っていきます。そしてその人の本来生まれ持った同茶のバランスを構築するために薬草、食事、生活などを指導されます。はい。そしてですね、それで本来の自分の状態に戻っていくわけなんですけれども、さらに高い健康状態を構築していくために、ラサーヤナと呼ばれる、薬草調剤ですね、こういったものをとって、さらに健康状態を免疫力も強化していくということになります。これですね、実際このそれぞれのいわゆるバスティとかビレチャナ、ナスヤというものがどのような動作のアンバランスに効果があるかということになりますが、バータの悪化にはバスティ、例としては、 便秘であるとか生理不順、そして体の麻痺、不眠症、体全般、痛み全般ですね。それから血圧の異常ということもありますけれども、ビレチャナピッタの排泄ということになります。ジンマシン、吹き出物、消化器系の各種疾患であったり、出血傾向というものに対して、効果があります。で、ナスヤですね。ナスヤはカパの悪化ということになります。ババナについても、カパの浄化になるんですが、マハリシアイルベーダでは、これ、主に胃のカパを浄化するのが、ババナになるんですが、ちょっと効果の割に、体力を消耗する割合が大きいということで、マハリシアイルベーダでは行っていなくて、こちらのナツヤというのが主な処置になっていきます。花粉症、アレルギー性鼻炎、季節柄ですね、花粉症、気になる方多いと思います。慢性副鼻腔炎とか気管支炎、気管支喘息などのに、効果があるというトリートメントになっていきます。こちらの方はですね、パンチャカルマによる動作の推移を可視化したものになりますけれども、これパンチャカルマ前の状態、本来のこの白い部分が本来のその方の体質ということになりますけれども、そこに過剰な動作が蓄積していくということになります。で、パンチャカルマ中にそれらを取り除いていって、パンチャカルマ後にはですね、ある意味、その方の体の、生命を維持するのに必要な分だけの動作を残して、きれいにしていく。でそこから、再建していくということになるわけなんですけれども、この過程を見て一番重要なのは、もちろんきれいにすることも大事なんですが、最後の、パシャットカルマ、再建のためのトリートメントと、いろんな、食事に関して、整えていくというのが非常に重要になってきます。はい、そしてですね、アイルベーダの身体浄化法に関する研究というのを日本でも実は、もう30年ぐらい前にですね、行っておりました。こちらですね、平成6年度の、厚生科学研究費補助金事業実績報告という報告書の方でですね、高橋和美先生という当時はですね、都立松沢病院で医科部長をされていたドクターですけれども、今は風の木クリニックというね、開業をされて院長されております。もう高橋先生らを中心として、このアイルベーダの身体浄化法に関する研究というのを、行っておりました。ちなみにこの、いわゆる代替医療、あるいは伝統医療の分野で、研究助成金というのを、補助金というのを、支給されたのが、この、マハリシャアイルベーダに関するパンチャカルマに関する研究というのが初めてというふうに伺っております。これでですね、パンチャカルマを3日ないし5日、行ってですね、それによって血圧の正常化、総コレステロール、リボタンパクの減少、あるいはHDL コレステロールに変化があったということでですね、要は生活習慣病とかこういったものに対して非常に効果があるのではないかというふうに結論が出ております。それだけではなくて仕事の満足度であるとか生活の満足度、排泄、排尿、食欲の分野で改善が見られたということになっております。そしてですね、いわゆる病気の方だけではなくて、健康な人が、このパンチャカルマを受けることによって、さらなる健康増進の効果を示しているということになります。成人病予防の効果だけではなくて、健康な人がより健康な状態になるために、このパンチャカルマというものは役に立つということになります。そしてですね、私どもではこのケララ州のシュリダリアムという病院で、パンチャカルマツアーというのを、行っております。私たちマハリシグループの方の主催によってですね、ケララ州にある病院シュリダリアムで、2014年から、それから2019年までですね、5年間で約6回、約ではなくて6回ですね、パンチャカルマツアーを行っております。こちらの方で行っているわけなんですけれども、はい。 で、シュリラビアムという病院なんですけれども、700年の歴史がある、由緒正しい病院ということになります。特に目を専門にした施設ということで、アイルベーダ施設ということで、インドでも珍しい病院というふうに聞いております。目の病院ということ、目のアイルベーダの病院ということになるわけですけれども、ケニアの元首相のご息女が2017年にですね、脳から来る病気でほぼ失明されてしまっていたと。もちろん西洋医学から中国のですね、漢方みたいなものまでいろいろ治療を試したんですが、兆候がなくて、最後の頼みの綱という形でシュリラニアムで1ヶ月のアイルベーダの治療を受けて、奇跡的に視力を回復したということでも有名な病院ということになります。近年ではですね、こちらのシュリダリアムの方で、マハリシアイルベーダの方とも提携する動きもありまして、各国のドクターたち、医師たちがマハリシアイルベーダを学んだりですね、超越瞑想を学んだりしております。ツアーはですね、マハリシ国際大学のマナハパラクリティ教授の監修で、マハリシアイルベーダの診療に基づいて行っております。ちなみにですね、先ほど冒頭でご紹介した、バルラジ博士の、元で学んだのがこの、マノハパラクリティ先生ということになります。はい。そしてですね、パンデミックの影響でですね、ツアーちょっとお休みしてたんですけれども、今年からですね、今年の秋から再開する予定になっております。毎回ですね、20名前後の方が、日本人が参加しているものであります。皆さんももしご興味あればですね、ハリス総合教育研究の方にお問い合わせいただいて、参加されるのも、健康増進のためにいいんじゃないかというふうに思います。来月ですね、もうすぐ6月はですね、国際ヨガの日ということになりますけれども、このヨガとアーユルベーダでですね、健康で、幸福な人生を楽しんでいきましょう。ご清聴ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。Thank you for a wonderful presentation. We would like to move ahead. I now would like to invite Mr. Vinod Kumar T.G. Nair, Senior Scientist, Ethnomedicine and Ethnopharmacology Division, Jawaharlal Nehru Tropical Botanic Garden and Research Institute, Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, to please make the presentation. I would request all the speakers to please see the time limit and please stick to the time of 10 minutes. Thank you so much.
Is my screen visible there? Thank you, thank you. Namaste and respected Ambassador of India to Japan, senior officials and dignitaries, my dear friends from Japan. Well, the topic given is AYUSH Panchkarma, Detoxification and Rejuvenation in India with focus on Kerala. As you know, AYUSH is Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, Sovaripa, and Homeopathy, which is a ministry of AYUSH of Government of India. It's functioning since 2014 as a ministry. And in most of the states in Bharata or India, we have AYUSH clinics, hospitals, and dispensaries functioning both in the government sector as well as in private sector. So narrowing down to Kerala, a small state in the southernmost tip of India, which is considered to be the cradle of Ayurveda or the seat of Ayurveda. We have this Ayurveda practice going on for thousands of years here. As you know that Ayurveda is one of the oldest medical systems in the world with continuity for more than thousands of years. and Panchkarma, coming narrowing down again to Panchkarma because it became very famous in the recent past due to various reasons. Panchakarma, which means five actions, which I'll come on later, is only one of the treatment modalities in Ayurveda, and which involves detoxification, a particular procedure in Ayurveda. So So we scan through some of the aspects of Ayurveda to begin with. Ayurveda, the objectives of Ayurveda, to give you an outline of Ayurveda. Ayurveda, as he has mentioned, the speaker before has mentioned, it's the ancient science of life, or Ayurveda means life, Ayu means life, and Veda means knowledge. And in a beautiful sloka in Sanskritam, it's all written in Sanskritam, the language in which Ayurveda has been written. Hita hitam sukham dukkam mayustasya hidahidam manam chatacchetroktam Ayurveda sauchyade. It deals about the good and bad, the sadness and the blissfulness and sadness of a person, and it deals with the life and longevity of a person, which is taken into consideration in Ayurveda. The main objectives of Ayurveda, you can see, these are divided into mainly into two aspects, like swasthya, that is the preventive aspects, which are given consideration very in the beginning of every Ayurveda text. If you look, more than 20 to 30 chapters are devoted only for preventive aspects, which means if you prevent, obeying all the rules and regulations of Ayurveda dictum, then one will not become ill or disease. So then if you have some or other kinds of disease, yes, Ayurveda says about the Adurasya Vigara Prasamanam, treatment of disease in the afflicted by addressing the root cause and restoring the dosha balance. So core principles of Ayurveda is like the Panchakarma, Panchamahabhuta theory, as you know, Prithvi, Tejo, Vayu, Akasha, which is earth, water, fire, air, and space. So these are the five, you can say, the principles on which the entire Ayurveda is based on. And biological functions, or its functional or the physiological aspects, are characterized through the three biological factors known as Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Vata, which means it usually very roughly says it governs movement, and Pitta governs metabolism, and Kapha governs structure and stability. It extends beyond the physical body and the mind. It also explores a deeper dimension of the Atma, that is a soul, emphasizing a truly holistic approach to health and existence. So Ayurveda is not just for physical diseases alone. Also, it's a mind, it's a body, mind, and soul aspects are also taken into consideration in Ayurveda. So different types of treatments in Ayurveda, they mainly, again, differentiation into Shamana and Shodhana. That is the pacificatory treatment, as well as the Shodhana, which means the cleansing treatment under which this Panchakarma comes in. So as you know, the Panchakarma, it's aimed at removing the accumulated toxins, which is we call as ama, from the body. So as you know, especially in this age where pollution is very high, and both we are consuming a lot of food which have toxins in it, or and polluted space, earth, water. Most of the things are polluted now, and this is where Shodhana karma or Pancha karma in particular comes into effect, whereby we remove the toxins from the body. We cleanse the toxins from the body. It's like cleaning your house. When your house is dirty, you clean the house, and then only you can arrange your flowers or authorities accordingly. So it's like that. You clean your house, that is your own body, mind, and thereby the soul as well. So Nidana Parivarjanam, that is the fundamental principle of Ayurveda, is removing the root causative factor of a disease. Unless the root causative factor is identified, the disease is seldom, it cannot be cured in that way. So removing the root causative factor is the important factor. Then you would have heard of Rasayana, that is the rejuvenation treatments to promote longevity, immunity, and vitality. Sattva Vijaya Chikitsa is the mental and emotional healing. Ahara and Vihara, that is food and regimen, is taken into consideration in Ayurveda very much, because that is a nutritional aspects. The what you eat, when you eat, how you eat, where you eat, all these aspects and are taken into consideration along with the Chikitsa. Deva Vipassana Chikitsa is a unique technique in Ayurveda where spiritual healing methods like the rituals of mantras and offerings to address deeper unseen causes of illness. So let us reflect. Is Ayurveda focused on disease or on individual constitution and well-being? Is Ayurveda effective only in Kerala or can it be applied everywhere? Yes. Is Panchakarma the only treatment in Ayurveda or are there other options? Of course, there are other so many other options. Panchakarma is only one of the treatment modalities in Ayurveda. And are the same therapies used for everyone during Panchakarma? Not at all. There are conditions where one can get Panchakarma, should be treated with Panchakarma, and there are conditions where you should not apply Panchakarma. And also, the time span between the each action, this cleansing action is also very much there. So it is completely a therapeutic in its action. It cannot be done by anyone and everyone. It should be done by a physician who have done who have studied the science of Ayurveda completely, and otherwise it could have detrimental effects as well. So, what is Panchakarma and what role does it play in Ayurveda? Is yes, Panchakarma plays an important role because of cleansing and removing the toxins from the body. And can everyone undergo Panchakarma, or are there limitations? No, everyone cannot undergo Panchakarma. Don't confuse Panchakarma with massage or these things, massage or therapeutic massage to be more apt. It is to be done only on conditions where it can be done. Otherwise, it cannot be done. So it is all based on a physician's. You should consult an Ayurveda physician before and make a diagnosis before doing any Panchakarma treatment. So a Shodhana treatment modality, as I said, Pancha means 5, Karma means actions. Panchakarma is an Ayurvedic, classical Ayurvedic detoxification and rejuvenation therapy. 5 actions. That is, Pancha Karma is Sanskritam. Pancha means 5 and Karma is action, I said. It refers to a set of 5 therapeutic treatments designed to cleanse the body and balance the dosha, that is the physiological functions of the body called Vata, Pitta and Kapha, and restore health and well-being. The word karma in Panchakarma is Bahu iti kartavyata, which means a multifaceted 5 therapeutic actions, rather skillful actions. So textual reference, these are all based on classical textual text which dates to more than 2000 years, like Charaka Samhita, Susuda Samhita, Ashtanga Hridaya, dates for more than 2000 years, this classical text. So this is all evidence based. We have documented evidence to prove that it's not hearsay, it is not empirical science, it is based on a very strong conceptual and philosophical foundation on which Ayurveda is based. So these are the 5 primary detoxification procedures: Vamana, Virejana, Vasti, Nasya, and Rektamokshana. These are the 5. Induce therapeutic emesis. You give medicines and then allow the patient to vomit. Induce therapeutic purgation using medicated oil decoction, that is the enema. And Nasya is the nasal insufflation. Rektamokshana is the bloodletting or venesection. So, after more diagnosing in dosha specific, Panchakarma is done only when indicated after assessing the disease, the patient, the strength of the patient, and many other factors like Dushan Desham, Balam, Kalam, Analam, Prakriti, Vaya, Saptam, Swapyam, Tata, Haram. There are so many factors to be taken into consideration before treating a patient. So treatment phases in Panchakarma, that is a Purva Karma. Before doing the actual, Panchakarma, we have to do the preparatory treatment, that is Deepana and Paja, that is the Agni, the digestive fire. It is not what you eat, it is what you digest. So the digestive fire is very important, and removing the toxins is very important. Snehana is the internal and external oleation, giving internal oils or ghee, medicated ghee internally, and external application of medicated oils. And Svedana is sudation or fermentation. That is the steam, medicated steam bath and say. So these are the pre-purificatory treatment. Before doing the Panchakarma, these are essential. Then the Pradhana Karma, that is the main detoxification, is the, as I said, Vamana is usually for Kapha predominant condition, Virejana is usually for Pitta predominant condition, Vasti is usually for Vata predominant conditions and neurological conditions and things like that. Nastya, there's a nasal therapy is for the upward, the diseases of the upper part of the body. Rektamoksha is the blood-borne disorders. So even after the Panchakarma, also post-therapy phase is there, restoration, rejuvenation, which includes diet regimen, as well as the Rasayana and Vajigana rejuvenation, vitality treatments. So who can undergo purificated treatment? That is for Swastha, for healthy person, Ritu Shodhana, that is seasonal detoxification. See, what is there in Japan is not what is there in India or specific to Kerala. So why Kerala is, it gained a lot of momentum, or Ayurveda is very famous here, because we have roughly 23 degrees to 33, 34 degrees Celsius of, temperature here. So that is very ideal for Ayurveda treatments in per se. So that could be one of the reasons. And then our ancestors, physicians of yore, has been continuing this particular tradition for thousands of years. That could also be one of the reasons. So Ritu Shodhana, seasonal detoxification, due to extreme seasonal weather condition, individuals are prone to an excessive accumulation of dosha, leading to various illnesses. These imbalances are most effectively addressed through Panchakarma procedure. Shodhana prior to rejuvenation cleanses prepares the body, ensuring maximum benefit from Rasayana therapy. According to Shuddha, just as dye does not adhere properly to a dirty cloth, Rasayana will not yield desired results in an impure body. So for that, for an impure body, cleansing is required where Panchakarma is applied. So for Athura, for unhealthy person, as part of Lenkana, there is a reductionistic treatment procedures. Some of the disease conditions required for Shodhana, that is the cleansing, is like fever, diarrhea, heart disease, constipation, heaviness, bloating and belching and nausea. These are some of the conditions where, it requires cleansing conditions. And then, elimination therapy is effective. Just like the breaking the barriers is the only way to release an overwhelming pool, elimination is essential for Bahudosha, that is, which have been accumulated, doshas are there. Signs of Bahudosha condition, that is, multiple doshas involved are like indigestion, anorexia, paleness, boils and rashes, uneasiness, lassitude, depression, regurgitation of kapha, sleep disturbances, drowsiness, and even inauspicious dreams are also some of these conditions. Number three, the Chodhana or the Vega Dharana Janya Rogas. That is, see, it is very important in Ayurveda to not to suppress your natural urges. That is, the Vegana, Dhare, Vada, Vinmutra, Chavatra, Chutam. There are 13 natural urges which, you should not suppress. Like, when you want to go to the toilet, you should not hold it. And conditions like that. So urine suppression can lead to, various conditions. And even feces suppression, sneezing suppression can lead to various disease conditions where Nastya is employed. So as you see, Kerala Panchakarma, it is said that Kerala Panchakarma was developed and refined in Kerala, Bharata, by traditional Ashtavedya families. Subin is there, who will be talking next, and he'll be elaborating more on that. Main focus is and the emphasis on external therapies and supportive procedures that are not part of classical five Panchakarmas. Process is often used more broadly as wellness or rejuvenation therapy, but actually it is actually a therapeutic inactivity. May not always follow the classical sequence of Panchakarma. Application widely used in chronic diseases, neurological condition, lifestyle diseases. Some practices are more accessible and practical for daily use or long-term management. These are, apart from these Panchakarma, there are so many other, Ayurveda care, particularly Kerala specific Ayurveda treatment modalities which are applied for various disease conditions like fermentation using herbal poultices, pouring of medicated liquid over the forehead, medicated liquid all over the body, pouring of lukewarm medicated oil over the body, retention of medicated oil on the head, therapeutic procedure for the eyes, herbal powder method for various disease conditions, oil retention therapy for the lower back, retention therapy for the neck, oil retention therapy for the knee, insulation of medicated oil in the ears, application of herbal, and so many aspects, even pindasedam, that is fermentation using herbal poultices alone. We have so many varieties used in different kind of fermentation using heated sand, fermentation using heated bricks, medicinal clay or mud, fermentation using rock salt and other herbal ingredients, fermentation using herbal powders in the bottles, fermentation using fresh herbal leaves tied as the poultice, Again, coming to fermentation using herbal qualities, you can see fermentation using lemon qualities, steam using two different, plants, fermentation using cooked medicinal rice in milk, which is very famous, called Shashtriya Shali Pindasveda, which is called Nyavarakiri. It's a very classical traditional treatment in particularly very much used in Kerala. Mamsakiri, even for using with meat and herbs also as a poultice, we use it in certain conditions. Dhara, the pouring of medicated liquid, continuous pouring of warm fermented liquid made of grains and herbs, pouring of warm herbal decoctions over the body, pouring of medicated milk over the forehead of the body. So these are all what I have described here are for various disease conditions afflicting a human being. Not only human being, we have Riksha Ayurveda, which treats the plants and trees. We have the Mriga Ayurveda, which treats the animals and things like that, and even the environment. So, like the latest One Health approach of WHO, actually Ayurveda does actually One Health approach. We take into consideration the biodiversity, the environment, the livestock or the animals, and also human being are taken into consideration before doing these treatments. Shirovas is a classical Ayurveda treatment. You do a surgery without doing a surgery. I did it today morning into a patient, and can you imagine getting the oil on the palate inside while pouring the medicated oil on the head? How does it happen? Probably the science behind it is it eventually it is breaking the blood-brain barrier. So this is one of the classical Ayurveda treatment called Shirovasti, which is applied in most of the neurological conditions like paralysis, Parkinson's disease, and so many conditions related to nerves. These are some of the eye disease, for diseases that we apply on the eyes. Sekam, Anjanam, Vidalagam, Tarpanam, Ashodana, Netrapindi. These are the gentle pouring of medicated liquid over closed eyes, which we just saw the pictures. Ashodana is instillation of medicated oil drops. Putabaka is freshly extracted herbal juice. These are all applied on the eyes for various disease conditions like glaucoma, corneal issues and things like that. So these are other treatment procedures. If I have to go through each one of these, it will take hours and hours. So as the time is limited, I'm just scanning through these things. These are some of the treatment modalities like Udvartana, Talam, Pichu, Dhumapanam, which are applied. Kativasti, this is for lower backache. The first picture on the left is usually for the low backache and even for spinal disorders and herniation of vertebrae and things like that. It's applied. Januvasti is like osteoporosis, osteoarthritic conditions of the knees, in particular. Januvasti is applied. Grivavasti is on the neck for cervical spinal disorders and things like that. That particular treatment modality is applied. Karnapurnam is on the ears, again a medicated oil or various modalities. Talapodichil is again a classical Ayurveda treatment of Kerala, applied with medicated herbs, and Lepana is the paste applied over the affected part. So these are, I'm ending with my the benefits of Panchkarma. That is deep detoxification. That is very much essential. If you look, 2 to 3 kilos inside your gut is toxins, there are a lot of microorganisms in your gut. So gut health is very important. The gut health, to improve the gut health, this Panchakarma, the detoxification, the cleansing is the classical treatment modality, which is there only in Ayurveda, I would say. And it is very important to keep your gut clean so that you will not get the so-called autoimmune diseases, or the external virus or bacteria, like we saw what happened in COVID. It will not affect your body or mind, and by doing this detoxification or cleansing procedures periodically according to the condition of the body. Cleansing the body channels, as I said, restores the dosha balance. The balance, it's a balancing act. Samadosha, Samadnisha, Samadhadu, Malakriya, Prasanna, Atmendriyamana, Swasta Ityabhidiyede. It is the balancing of the doshas, elimination of the excretory thing properly, the digestive fire properly, and the pristine, calm mind and soul, and the Indriyas. This is considered to be the health, the definition of health according to Ayurveda, not just the absence of diseases physically or mentally. Enhances mental clarity and emotional well-being. boosts digestive fire, as I said, improves immunity. So you can see immunity is a very important aspect of any treatment modality. So that is also a stronghold of Ayurveda, the Rasayana Chikitsa in particular, and for which Panchakarma or the cleansing is needed before it's applied. Enhances perception of sense organs, slows aging and promotes longevity. It is all about life and longevity, Ayurveda. That's why it is, even after thousands of years, it is still living, it is still being practiced widely in Kerala, where more than around 1,000, roughly around 947 government Ayurveda hospitals, dispensaries are functioning only in Kerala, and around 700 plus private Ayurveda hospitals, dispensaries functioning in Kerala, with more than 28,000 Ayurveda physicians registered from Kerala, and most of many Ayurveda physicians individually practicing here. So it aids in weight loss and metabolism regulations, improves sleep quality, enhances skin health, preventive health care as well. Thank you so much. I hope I have not taken more than the time allotted. Thank you so much. And for listening, welcome to Kerala and have a wonderful time. And you should experience Ayurveda. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful presentation. I would like to now invite Shri C.B. George, Ambassador of India to Japan, to make the remarks.
Dear friends, good morning. Mr. Ichiro Oi, President of Maharishi Ayurveda Spread Association, Tokyo. Mr. Vinod Kumar T.G. Nair, Senior Scientist, the Jawaharlal Nehru Tropical Botanic Garden and Research Institute of Kerala. Mr. Kaori Santosima, author and wellness educator. Dr. Subin Vaidya Madham, professor in Panchkarma. Distinguished guests, thank you very much. I was listening to the presentation by Dr. Mr. Vinod Kumar T.G. Nair. What a beautiful presentation. Got a lot of information about Ayurveda. But what I liked most was his invitation to visit Kerala and take Ayurveda treatment, which would help us in reducing weight, in rejuvenating ourselves, longevity. This is very attractive statements. He has made a very well studied presentations. Thank you very much. I would like to say a few words about Ayurveda. I am very happy to see the kind of enthusiasm that Ayurveda is now generating in Japan. We opened the AYUSH information cell almost a year and a half back in this embassy, and since then we made it a point that every month at least 2 events related to Ayurveda, AYUSH, is held here, and I'm very happy that the number of people participating from all across the country directly by physical presence and also coming for online has increased, improved. So I see a momentum for Ayurveda and of course for yoga in this country, for Japan. So I see it not only in Tokyo, I see it in other parts of Japan as well when I travel to other parts. Let me share with you an experience that I had in one of my previous assignments in another country, when I came across to a statement by one of the very senior military officers of a country, told me about his experience with Ayurveda. He said that as a young officer 30 years ago, he got shot. You know, violence is everywhere. He got shot on his leg. For an army officer, one of the most important thing in his life is they would be able to stand and do this. They should be able to stand. But he couldn't do it because he was shot on the leg. And he went for treatment, some of the best hospitals all across the world, surgeon after surgeon. He did surgery, all kinds of treatment, but still he was not able to do his job. Then someone told him that, why don't you try Ayurveda? Go to India, try this, give it a try. He said he was not very confident because he had spent huge amount of money in that treatment of his wound. But he said he went for the treatment. There was complete numbness on his leg. He couldn't perform his duties as a military officer. But after 2 weeks of treatment in one of the reputed Ayurveda clinics in India, he could see improvement. And 3 months of treatment, he was able to recover completely, and he went on to become the chief of the army staff of that country. It was an emotional moment. So he told me, you are the ambassador of India, but I am the ambassador of Ayurveda in this country. I was very happy to hear that. The emotional feeling on his face that he could rise up in the ladder and become the chief of army staff because of Ayurveda. So I just wanted to share it with you because whenever I remember this story, it gives me goosebumps. This is what Ayurveda can do. Everything else fails, Ayurveda can help you. So I look forward to going to Kerala and taking a full treatment for myself. How many of you have been to India? Yeah, those who haven't been to India, please go to India and do an Ayurveda treatment. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you so much, sir, for your remarks. We would like to go ahead with the presentation. May I now invite Ms. Kauri Santasima, yoga instructor, author, wellness educator, founder and director, Santosha Limited, to make the presentation. I would kindly request you to please maintain the time. Thank you.
Namaskar. 皆さんこんにちは。日本でヨガを教えています。
Ambassador, and also thank you very much for inviting me and having this great opportunity. So, as a Panchkarma, the speakers before actually talked about the very expert. So I'd like to skip this slide. So why I chose Panchakarma at that time? So originally I was practicing the yoga and I was instructing the yoga, and I myself became really healthy after yoga. But still it's easy to tired, or the digestion problem or challenges, and also the depressions that I had as a challenge, and also not just the tentative solution, but also I wanted to pursue more permanent health, and I decided to take the Panchakarma treatment. So after I arrived at the facility, so the detailed consultation will be starting. So this is the doctor who certified as Ayurveda to do the evaluation or the validation for the life or the any health conditions, and also the tongue or eyes, and also the dream about the dreams or the detailed questions that he asked, and also those information, and also what is the conditions or what's the challenges of the patient, and also aligning with this person. It's quite a sophisticated, personalized treatment. And during the stay, so how many days that we can stay, or depending on the stamina of this person or the digestion conditions. And Panchkarma preparation, as explained in the previous presentation, Abhyanga oil massage. So you're not just applying from the oil from outside of the body, and also you would be warming up from in the dome, and also drink the ghee is something that I tried. So ghee is actually selling through the Amazon platform, but this ghee, you take this ghee, and every day it's increasing. So you take the ghee that you would see the ghee from your nail or sometimes you need to have enough amount of this ghee. And also for the meal, it's very friendly diet, and also it's very organic, handmade, and the vegetarian food. So if you want to take more, then you can eat, help yourself. And for the treatment, let me skip. So what I received, so the Basti, which is the oil, the medicated oil, and also the liquid. So rather than detox, so it's more observed to your inside of your body. And also the bilechina, and also the oil, medicated oil, and also you would be you need to take out from your body. And I didn't experience the Bama, so nausea or the to get rid of the bad blood, that I didn't experience. And on top of this, for the treatment, I had 2 treatment added. The Shirodara. So I would like you to close your eyes and image. So from your so you from the oil will be applied continuously, not just one day, but also like for 1 week, you experience some of the hours with this oil. So this warm oil will be applied from your brain, and also so you can recover your mind or the nerves. And also there is the connection between yoga and Ayurveda, but yoga, so Satchidananda, that we use the word for our original state. So it's more it's the release of your mindset, and also the connection between the nation. So it's I experienced a great experience in this treatment. And this slide, so the natural partner is also experience. I used contact lenses every day, and I get rid of this contact lenses, and also the warm up ghee, and it will be applied on your eyes. So it's full of oil. So it's very warm or skin temperature oil that you would have, and it's this oil is observed to your throat, and also the this oil is useful for the other nerves around your eyes. And on top of the treatment, the characteristic of Panchkarma, so the other system or the every system, so the physical activity was kept at a minimum. The gentle yoga and very short walk with one facility, and also you can get the yoga needle session, and also the digital detox as well. So I had minimum 30 minutes to be on the internet. and also surrounded by the nature. So so far as I remember, so the wild bird just appeared, or and also in it's very deep, silent, quiet moment. So I could sleep very well, and also the most interesting for me, the doctor and the therapist are so kind. And before the consultation, those therapists actually pray for my health. And through this experience, so I felt that I want to cherish myself, not just the Panchakarma's treatment, not just one way treatment, but also it's more committed to my health. And also, this is a great time to consider deeply to my mindset. And also the panchakarma is not something that it's end with just treatment. So it's very important to have the integration to your lifestyle, diet, and also the break, and also the lifestyle. So the starting from the liquid type of the diet, and also gradually going back to normal, and also to recover. So the herb tonics that I take back, and also before leaving, so the doctor asked me, so this continue meditation, and not too hard working. And this is very simple, but it was very great word that I could have. And also I had to go to the to the toilet many times because of the ghee. But so this was very special experience for me. And also the modern society that we are exposed to the stress, and but we could actually recover to the original state, and also a connection to my real soul is something that is very precious experiences. So if you have any opportunity, then please experience in Panchakarma at the location. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the presentation. We would now like to invite Dr. Subin Vaidyamadam, Professor in Panchkarma, VPSV Ayurveda College, Kottakal, to make the presentation. I would request you to kindly maintain the time limit of 10 minutes. Thank you.
Respected dignitaries, officials of the Embassy of India, Tokyo. Good morning to all the participants and my co-speakers. Before beginning, let me share my screen first. I hope my screen is visible. Yeah. Let me begin with a small prayer. Gurave sarva lokanam, vishaje bhava roginam, vidhaye sarva vidyanam, dakshinamurtaye nam. I bow my head before all the gurus, teachers, and Lord Dakshinamurti, who is the teacher for the whole world. The people being shown in this slide are my ancestors, forefathers, because of whom I got the opportunity to learn Ayurveda and spread the word. Some of the starting from my great grandfather to my uncles, all of them were primarily physicians who served the society by delivering the benefits of Ayurveda. So, with, inconsistent with the
today's program, I am going to speak a little bit different. All of the previous speakers have very efficiently addressed you the need for Panchakarma. Why should you go for Panchakarma? What are they? So my focus would be why Panchakarma or why Ayurveda in Kerala. What is the speciality of Ayurveda in Kerala? So let me begin with a small example. This is a common medication which you will find in almost all Ayurveda stores. It is known as Rasnadi Churnam. It is a powder formulated with dried form of several herbs. You will find a practice of rubbing this powder, a pinch, over your vertex region immediately after drying the hair following head bath. This is almost customary in Kerala. Now, this Rasnadi Churnam, you will not find this in Charaka Samhita, Sushruta Samhita, or any of the olden texts of Ayurveda. Also, you will find details regarding taking bath, head bath, and all those things, part of the daily regimen in Ayurveda text. But you will never find a habit that such a habit in any of these texts. This is very much indigenous to Kerala, considering its geoclimatic conditions. So this was a common practice in Kerala. So there are few things that identify the Ayurveda practice in Kerala. Like this Rasnadi Churnam, which is the most simplest example of that. What are they? Let us see. So Ayurveda practices vary depending upon the ethnicity. That is the message that I want to convey throughout this presentation. And I will be focusing only on the ethnicity of Kerala region. So the Kerala Chikitsa or the treatments of Ayurveda indigenous to Kerala have strengthened the branches of Ayurveda. Ayurveda has 8 branches like Kaya Chikitsa, General Medicine, Kaumara Bhritya, the Pediatrics, so and so, 8 branches. The Ayurveda practices indigenous to Kerala have strengthened these branches. There have been additions and modifications of classical formulations. Okay, there have been additions and modification to classical formulations from the text of Ayurveda. And also, Kerala Ayurveda has immensely contributed to the literature of Ayurveda, apart from inventing new formulations and also enriching the herbarium. Several herbs which are indigenous to Kerala have been focused much by Kerala physicians. And another important thing is enriching the Panchakarma. The Panchakarma that you practice in Kerala is entirely different from what you see across other parts of the country. Now, summarizing that, the Panchakarma, the therapeutic procedures which you have already listened to during this session, have been strengthened by Kerala physicians. The Visha Chikitsa, that is the toxicology, is an important branch which has been nurtured by the Kerala physicians. Marma Chikitsa, the orthopedic branch of Ayurveda, is also another indigenous aspect of Kerala treatment. The Urdhvanga Chikitsa, the ENT and ophthalmology. Some of the earlier speakers were saying regarding the vision issues and all. So this branch is also well nurtured by Kerala physicians. And the Bala Chikitsa, that is the pediatric treatment, is also another important aspect of Kerala Ayurveda. Now, how did this happen? Let us see a little bit background regarding that. There have been subtextual contributions by several group of physicians, a lineage of physicians, right from the period of Vagbhada. To Kerala, the traditional group of physicians who have their lineage linked to Vagbhada are called Ashtavaidya. 18 families, of whom only 4 or 5 families are now continuing as physicians. And fortunately, I am born into one among those family called Vaidyamada. So this group of Ashtavaidya, they contributed by their subtextual practices with several texts, original and commentaries like Alattur Manipravalam, Chikitsa Manjiri, Yoga Amritam, Chikitsa Kramam, Kairali, Padya, lot of textbooks other than the Sushruta Samhita, Kashyapa Samhita, Charaka Samhita, Ashtanga Hridaya have been linked to Kerala. Likewise, the Ashtavaidya tradition has been studied much. It was Anama Sputnik from Germany under her guideship Indudharan Menon did a very beautiful work on Ashtavaidya physicians of Kerala, a tradition in transition. Also, P.U. Leela and Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, published a thesis on Ashtavaidyas of Kerala, system of medicine and transformation. And very interestingly, the Japan connection, Yamashita T from Japan traveled to Kerala, stayed here. He was here at our ancestral home, visiting my uncle, interviewing him, and preparing the memoirs of Vaidya. So you can find a Japanese connection to the Ashtavaidya tradition of Kerala. People who have studied regarding the Ashtavaidya, one among them noteworthy is Yamashita T. Then Indudharan Menon published a beautiful work called Hereditary Physicians of Kerala. The image shown in the cover page is of my great-grandfathers, my father's grandfather, Vaidyamadam Cheryyanarayanan Nambudiri. And this book was dedicated to Vaidyamadam Cheryyanarayanan Nambudiri, who was my great-uncle. So these were the works regarding the Kerala indigenous practices of Ayurveda. Also, we have recent work ongoing regarding an rare commentary on Sushruta Samhita by Andrei Klebanov and Kenneth G. Sisk, which was obtained from my great-grandfather. Apart from this, there are several published literature regarding the contribution of Kerala physicians to Ayurveda. And also, contribution came from all sections of society. It's not that only a few, the Ashtavaidyas have contributed to the Kerala Ayurveda. There have been non-codified literature from the tribal population of Kerala. The codified literature has been immensely nourished by the Irava community of Kerala, like Itti Achyutan, who was a very legendary figure, like Uppotu Kannan. Then several Vaidyans like Panavalli Krishnan Vaidyan, Manakkodan Keshavan Vaidyan, Govindan Vaidyan, and also the warrior community like Kaikulangara Rama warrior, the famous Vaidyaratnam P.S. warrior of Kottakkal Vaidyshala, etc. And other figures like Vaikam Pachu Muthad, who was behind the Trivandrum Ayurveda College, one of the oldest colleges in India. So contribution of all sections of society nourished the Ayurveda in Kerala. And moving on, what is most attractive that you will find? Some of the few speakers who spoke before me have mentioned about Shirodhar. So let me share with you an observation from Japan on Shirodhar. Kasuwa Ueba. I'm not sure whether I am pronouncing it correctly. He is a Japanese researcher who worked on Shirodhara, and he invented a robotic model for monitoring Shirodhara. And somewhere in his paper, he made an interesting comment. The oldest but the most skillful healing technique that manipulates cerebral circulation, cerebral function, and the state of consciousness is Shirodhara. This Dhara treatment is an indigenous contribution of Kerala. Even though there are mentioning of several Dhara treatment in the classics of Ayurveda, much focus was on other treatments in those periods. Later on, the Kerala physicians developed the Dhara treatment, and several books like Dhara Kalpam, Sirasekadi Vidhi documented the practices of Dhara in Kerala. So these innovations are an attractive aspect of Ayurveda in Kerala. So you will find that most of the treatment now, you have already got the knowledge about what are Panchkarma, which are the 5 Panchkarma, and what does the Panchkarma do? It purifies the body, it detoxifies the body. How does it do? It can do either by transmembranous way and transdermal way. So transmembranous means between the cell membranes, through the internally or through enema, through nasal instillations, vamana, virechana, vasti, nasya, etc. Transdermally also you can achieve purification, not of the same magnitude, but of a limited nature. So most of them are called as Bahiparimarjana Chikitsa in Ayurveda, or Upakarma and Kriya Karma, or they are the allied therapies. And the Kerala Chikitsa, most of them become the part of Bahiparimarjana Chikitsa. So classical Panchakarma works through the Koshta, that is the entire GIT, Mahasrotas, whereas the Kerala Chikitsa like Dhara, Kayaseka, Pindasveda, Annalepa, Shirolepa, so on, many other treatments. They work transdermally. They purify, they detoxify the body transdermally. So this is an interesting and exclusive aspect of Panchakarma practice in Kerala. And also, you have heard about Rasayana Chikitsa in the earlier presentation and preventive aspect of Ayurveda. One such aspect is known as Karkidaka Chikitsa, which is native only to Kerala. So on the side of the slide, you can see an image of Kerala. Kerala is a greenish landscape lying beneath the mountain called Western Ghats. It is extended into the Arabian Sea or Indian Ocean at the tip of Indian Peninsula. And it is a tropical climate. The tropical monsoon is the climate that we have here. So heavy rains bring in the southwest monsoon, and at the month of Karkidakam, that falls somewhere in July, August or July itself, the torrential rains will happen, which was a period of confinement and forced rest, and it impacted the health. So this was following the agrarian calendar which existed in those socio-cultural circumstances. So the Kerala physicians designed a health package, a preventive treatment package called Karkidaka Chikitsa. So that was a beautiful practice. Like there are several practices, 22 seasonal practices are recorded by a survey on ethno-nutritional, ethno-medical and sacred religious rites of Karkidakacharya. So most of the practices are observed as a caution for the upcoming pandemic in the severe rainy month. So the Kerala Chikitsa or Kriya Krama has been a major contributor to Ayurveda through various means, and Kerala Vaidya are behind it, who developed it into a more potential therapy with a wide range of clinical applications. But The regional practices and the text of regional literature are going into deep graves with the modernization of Ayurveda. That is a warning sign. We are into it. We are protecting it through TKDL, traditional knowledge protection, and all. And hope all of you are convinced about the exclusive nature of Keraliya Chikitsa and Ayurveda. And with these few words, this is my alma mater, the Kottakkal Ayurveda College, standing there for more than 100 years. Thank you. Thank you for patiently listening.
Thank you, sir, for the presentation. With this, we would like to conclude today's seminar. We hope you liked it. I would like to thank all the speakers and all the respected speakers for their valuable time. It was indeed a pleasure to have you all here. I would also like to thank all the participants to join us for the event for today. From now on, please proceed to the networking session with refreshments at the foyer just outside the auditorium. Thank you once again. You may please proceed to the foyer. Thank you. I will also request to kindly return the receivers at the reception.